Oh, good boy. Welcome back to Fire to Fork. My name's Harry. His name's Fred. He's gone now. And today I am going to go through my top 10 favourite items for camp cooking. Now, this is a bit of an unusual list. It is certainly not your essential items. I have another video on that. There's going to be a link in the description for that video, and that will tell you what you really need to sort of roughly enjoy yourself and to be, yeah, to get it done. This is not that list. This is the things that make me really, really happy when I use them. Fred's tearing around. These are things that are, in some cases, borderline unnecessary, but they just, Marie Kondo, bring joy, right? So what I'm going to do, just going to open up the car and then I'll get to the list. Also, the reason I've done this is because it is December, Christmas is coming. This is a great little Christmas gift idea list. So you'll probably have time to order them and get them sent out before then. But I reckon these are some absolute crackers, some slightly unusual things that most people perhaps haven't thought of. So let's get to it. Item number one on my list is my trusty fire pit. How many things have you seen me cook on this fire pit? This is it folded up. I thought I'd just bring it out folded up because I never show that. You've seen it so many times unfolded and being used, and it is just an absolute dream to use. It's this is a Red Roads large. I don't think they even have stock. I'm not trying to earn money off everyone by flogging products here. This is genuinely, I actually wrote this list quite a while ago and I reviewed it again 9 months later to see if anything had changed. And a couple of things had changed, but it was only things that I was also using then that I just simply forgot about the first time I wrote the list. This is not new flashy crap that I'm you know, as I said, trying to make money off. This is purely just, these are things that make me really happy when I use them. So that fire pit is definitely one of them. That's been a cracker. I haven't used many other brands of fire pits. I haven't personally used a Dacia. I haven't personally used like an Ozpit or anything. I have used the Snow Peak one. Yeah, wasn't a big fan, to be completely honest. It's fine, the base is fine, but the top rusted to shit. Anyway, on to number two. And number two is, sorry, I need to look at my list. My blower. Now, for a long time I've been using either a big like workshop blower or a mattress inflator like that. Hey Fred, come here. And they work really, really well. I've leveled up a little bit with my ARB twin compressor with a tank, and so I don't need to carry an extra thing. It's my existing air compressor with its tank. Works so bloody well. And with the power system I've got in this car, I don't worry about power consumption at all. Something to consider with these air hoses, by the way, a bit of a side note, is that they don't roll up that well if they're full of air. So make sure you let the air or water out of them so that they can deflate more easily. Next on the list, Ospreys. Bit of a size comparison. This is the large Osprey. This is the camp bri. This is the travel bri. I helped develop these products, so. Yes, they do support the channel, and yes, I do actually get a small cut when they sell one. Am I putting these in the list because of money? Hell no. These are 100% in the list because I love them. I've been using grill baskets of some description for so long. You go way back, look at my stuff before Fire to Fork existed. I was using grill baskets, but I was using cheap grill baskets, like the chrome plated steel ones, because there simply weren't stainless ones in the market. Since the stainless ones came out, it's been an absolute game changer for me. These things aren't rusty, they're easy to clean, and you don't lose snags. You can put multiple things in one container. It's just, honestly, it's been so good to have a proper grill basket. Then they come with their own frame, so you don't need to go and buy a fire pit. You don't need to go and buy a frame for the ground. It's literally everything's in there. And the new ones, the most annoying thing about the original Camp Bry is these handles. It's just, it takes up quite a lot of room. Obviously you prioritize and you make it work. It's flat, so it's not the end of the world. These now retract, the same as the Travel Bry. So the brand new one that just came out, highly recommend it. I can't wait to I haven't even got mine yet, but look, I'm more than happy to put my name behind it, because I did help develop it, and I did, and I've used all their other stuff, and I'm more than happy to put my name behind that. On the theme of Osprey, a good knife. Now, not just one knife, I carry a couple of knives, although for the past month I've just been carrying a couple of these, and that's been amazing. So this Osprey knife, this cleaver, I've been using for quite a while, and just ask any of the thousands of people who have bought one what they think of it. I have never, ever got negative feedback on it, ever. I've never had a product like that. Never have I ever had purely positive feedback on something. It's, yeah, amazing. So they speak for themselves. They've also got a new chef knife, which is made from the same stuff, so it will retain an edge an insane amount of time. The design is beautiful. I haven't personally used it, but I have got one on the way. I've got a couple on the way, and I cannot wait. I can't imagine it could be bad. I've done so much R&D with these guys on other knives that I know how well they look after their stuff and how well they actually, take it through to delivery. So I'm honestly happy to say that's going to be a bloody good knife. Yeah, I'm saying that because I have sent so many of the R&D products back. They've sent me lots of different knives that didn't hold an edge and didn't do what they were supposed to do. And they said, oh, we're not sure about this one. Can you just double check it? I go, yeah, no, it's crap. And they go, yep, cool. So that's that. Now, next on the list, I haven't actually brought here because I'm actually completely out of it, is a little bit of charcoal. Now, that's a really weird one, I know. But again, it's a luxury item that I just love having with me. So I use any kind of a lump charcoal. So Bunnings sells it, lots of places sell it. There are some really good brands out there. Pitt Brothers makes a great one on the East Coast. I use lump charcoal because it's fantastic for camp ovens. I love being able to light something and then put it on a camp oven and it not having to worry about it going out. When you put coals on there, they kind of get cool quite quickly. You have to add wood on top to keep the airflow and keep everything going. You don't have to worry about that with charcoal. It just powers away for a couple of hours, and that's really it makes cooking really low maintenance. And the reality is, if you're going to carry some firewood, it's not that hard to just get an old shopping bag or something, throw that much charcoal in it. It's bugger all, but it's so much more useful for top heat than coals and wood. All right, next on my list, I've got my hands on it, a stainless steel cooking surface. Stainless steel is not cheap, and it shouldn't be, because it's, for good quality stainless steel, I only use 316 stainless, which is marine grade, so I'm never worried about it getting stained or pitted or anything like that, or rusting. This stuff is designed to be around seawater all its life. I have two stainless steel cooking surfaces. This is a Kaon table, Kaon. Again, links to everything below. This is a custom made table, which I got What are you doing? Which I got made by Pro Camp Solutions. John there welded that up for me. And before that, I had a custom piece of stainless on my tailgate of my 80 series. That custom bit of stainless was, you know, just cut by a machine shop, and I've cut one myself. It's easy. It was 1 mil thick stainless, or 1.2 I think. I've used as little as 0.9 and I've used as much as 1.2 mil thick stainless for a tailgate. Highly recommend it. I don't have a link for where you can get one of those, but if someone wants to start making them, send me a link and I'll put it down below. Next, my Biolight. As many of you may know, I don't use gas. I don't have a gas cooker. I'm not completely anti them. I think they had their place. But I prefer not to use one. It pushes me to do better with what I've got. This little thing though is just fantastic. So this is a powered wood stove. So you put a small amount of wood in there. Now, you can usually talk to a ranger or something and say, hey, do you mind if I use my little tiny wood stove? It's a solid fuel stove, so it's no different to using something else solid fuel powered. Trangias and stuff like that, which have solid fuel. This is the same. It's just a little powered contained stove. It comes with a good kettle. It comes with a little bit of solid fuel underneath. I use twigs. And I start it with a fire lighter and then use twigs and stuff. It's, as I said, powered, so it's got a small fan in it, which you'll be able to hear there. It sounds a lot louder on video, but it's actually extremely quiet. Like, that's barely noticeable. The cool thing about it is it's not like you have to charge this battery pack up before you go. You simply, I've never actually charged this one. This probe here gets power from that and will not only charge its own battery pack, it'll actually charge your phone, camera, whatever you like. So it's amazing for hiking. But yeah, that's my little Biolight. I love it. And it's got a barbecue attachment and things that I can use with that as well. But this has allowed me to stay relatively pure and just use wood, as well as being a very, very cool techie product that I just like it. I just like it. Next, thermometers. I use 2 different types of thermometer. This is a quick read thermometer. I think it takes like 3 seconds or something to read the internal temperature of meat or whatever you're cooking. I love them. I think they're great. I got this from Barbecues Galore, and it works really well. It's a Lava Tools Javelin PT12, about 50 bucks. This is from Bunnings. It's an infrared thermometer and it is out of batteries. Well, it actually looks kind of cooked. I think I might have finally killed it. I haven't changed the battery in it ever, so I might chuck a new battery in that. But that was about, I want to say like $50 or $60. And it's fantastic. It allows me to check the temperature of oil, the temperature of certain grill plates, of all kinds of things, and that I actually use much more than my meat thermometer, and particularly for hot oil, because you really almost never want hot oil anything other than 180 degrees. If you go 190, you will burn the outside. If you go 160, yeah, it'll probably be okay, but it's that over temperature that is risky. So, next item is a tripod. I love using a tripod, but only kind of for a small number of things. It's one of those things that when I use it, I absolutely love it. And then the rest of the time, it doesn't do that much. Like, some people cook exclusively on tripods. I think it looks extremely cool. It's very good for photos. Would I, there's a reason I don't cook on tripods exclusively, and that's simply that they swing. And it kind of annoys me, and I quite like having a more sturdy base plate to do my cooking on. Sorry, I'm gonna wait for this chopper to go over me. But things I love doing on a tripod are, I love doing slow roasted things in a camp oven. So I like to be able to sort of have it off to the side, not have to bring something big and bulky, or not have to have something big and bulky on the fire. Being able to hoik it right up away from the heat is really useful. It means you can have your camp oven sitting over quite a big fire, which means you get quite a lot of warmth, and then just throw coals on top, and it's easy to check and easy to do that kind of stuff. The other thing I love doing on there is meat. I love doing a reverse sear with a tripod, which I've never actually done on video, but I absolutely will. But such a huge part of it is that they just look great at a campsite. I love using them. People get excited by them. I get excited by them. There's something about them. They've got that real cool factor. And as I said, this is not stuff you need to buy, but I can guarantee if you were to get your someone or other a tripod for Christmas, I've got no affiliation, I just really like using them. Number 11, or let's just keep calling it number 10. A freezer. Not just a fridge freezer. I've been using a fridge freezer for probably 8 years now, and every time I go away with just a fridge, I really notice it. It's one of those things, once you go back, once you go there, it's impossible to go back. So in here I keep spirits, I keep ice, I keep frozen meat, some veggies, basically anything you sort of can freeze. But very importantly, what I also do is it means that I can keep my fridge section very full of food. And I like a beer, but what it means is I can chuck some beers in here in the freezer for an hour, get them cold and cycle them in quickly. So particularly if there's a few of us and we want to keep our fridge really full of food, that ability to chill beers and chill wine and chill that sort of just chill drinks generally in there and then cycle them in is invaluable, because otherwise you know what it's like. You put beers in the fridge and you've really realistically got 5 hours before they're in a good drinking state, if you're lucky. This item it's kind of a stretch from where we're usually talking about with cooking, but it is the number one most talked about item that I have, by a long way. I get asked, with no exaggeration, 50 to 100 times a day on social media what this item is and where people can get it. And I am not sponsored. It's just a really good one. So I'm going to do this in depth. I'm going to do it once. Use the links below. Please don't ask me in the description what this is. Or do, but I'm not going to answer you. My shade, my awning. I live in a sunny place. WA is sunny everywhere. This thing saves me. Specifically having an awning that goes over the back of the car has been such a revelation for me. I've only ever had an awning that went over the side, and when I put this one on, yes, you can put a rear awning on a car, but it's not the same. It doesn't give you this much coverage. Also, putting out a side awning and a rear awning, well, you saw how long that took. That was, what, 20 seconds? The difference between putting out a side and a rear awning is massive, and then you get this big gap and all that kind of stuff. So specs, 27.8 kilograms. It is a Bush Company 270 XT. They have an XT Max as well, which comes out the front, and you can clip that on and whatever. It takes a little bit longer to set up. Obviously, it's bigger. It's got 2 straps. Strength. It is amazing in strong wind. Amazing. I weigh about 78 kilos. That wasn't the awning flexing, that was the roof rack. How many awnings can you do that with? It doesn't come with down poles, it just comes with guy ropes. And the guy ropes are like this Dyneema that's thick as hell. It looks like a winch rope. So I'm certainly not concerned about the strength of anything to do with this awning. It has a double layer, so it's got it's green on the inside and it's silver on the top. They cost retail is $1,980 plus mounts plus shipping. They are not a cheap item, but they are, in my opinion, the best awning on the market. People say, oh, is that like an ostrich wing? Is it like a Darchie? Is it like a 30? No, it's not. It's not like a quick pitch. It's like nothing else. It's that much stronger. Bonus items, because I didn't already have 2 bonus items on there. So I'm just going to add a little bit more on. One of them I don't even have, but I still think it's essential. Good lights. I don't actually have any lights in this car yet. Obviously I'm going to put them on there, but I really do think that good lights around your cooking area makes a huge difference. You're not buggering around with head torches. Everyone can see what's going on. I just find the whole experience much more relaxing. I really like built-in good quality lights. So that's definitely one of them. And the final one is a bit of a weird one. A wood bag. I really like having a wood bag. This one's made by my mates at PM Canvas in Perth. So shout out to Nathan Kell. They're rippers, and yeah, they make anything you want. So I get my bin bags made by them. I got the wood bag made by them. Just a good quality wood bag. I mean, I just chucked, you know, this is probably the equivalent of like a Bunnings bag of wood or a Servo bag of wood. But I cut it with my own chainsaw. I get it out of my own wood pile, but it doesn't leave crap everywhere. And also, I'm not left with this big plastic bag at the end of it, which, you know, goes in landfill and all that kind of stuff. I just like this. It's just like a sustainable, self-filling, neat, convenient way of getting the fuel that I use to, you know, cook on. And yeah, I love it, especially if you've got a fire pit. Wood bag and a fire pit's a great combination, because if you're doing an open fire, yeah, it's kind of useful. Like I carry my kindling in this, but you're not going to carry like your whole wood load. Where fire pits, they use so little that wood bag is perfect. Now this is a shameless plug. Also, great idea for Christmas. A little bit of Fire to Fork merch. Yep, link in the description. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope I've given you some inspiration for some ideas for, you know, your loved ones, or just to buy yourself. You know, you're a loved one, right? Yeah, if you use my links down below, a couple of them will give me a small cut, which is really helpful towards my channel. I don't have a Patreon or anything like that. Most of them don't, and that's totally fine. Use the link, it's a lucky drip, a lucky dip. See you in the next one. Cheers. Oh, sorry, forgot to mention. New Prado episode is coming up very soon. You can see there are some different things on it. Some of them happened today. So it's Thursday at 6 o'clock. So I'm not going to have time to get this episode out and get the next episode out. So they will be early next week. I promise. You won't miss out. But yeah, I tried to do 2 episodes this week, and it just killed me. All right, and I got rained out 4 times trying to film. I think Fred's just ripped my audio out. Nope, he hasn't. All right, see you in the next one.